the vendor universe, the vendors that we talk to based on who might already be working with them, because they have to approve anybody that we use. So if we're bringing them somebody completely new, we just want to make sure it's really worth everybody's time, right? So that you should just understand that. But I think in the space of and everything I'm sharing is would be usual suspects for us to play with. And if I'm talking about a vendor that we work with, it's in the public domain that we work with them. We put out press releases, et cetera. So we looked in the face of sort of like the standard KYC capability, mainly at Ideology and Secure, and ended up picking Secure. In the space of device capability, we looked at iOvation and ThreatMetrics and picked iOvation, so we're using them. And in the space of document capture, we've looked at a range of folks. We haven't made a decision yet, but the types of players that you might look at, the types of players that I talk to when I go to a conference in like Money 2020 and I'm talking to a bunch of people, would include players like some of the ones you named in the outreach on this engagement. So that would be, we talked to Ideology, MyTech, Secure, Onfido, ID Scan. So several players that we've been looking at, kind of taking through an RFP process that's still going on.
Okay. And just so I'm looking at our list that we sent over. So we've mentioned a lot of the names. Let's see, maybe there are one or two others. Have you talked to a company called Jumio?
We've talked to them, and we maybe talked to them a little bit further, but we initially hadn't had them in our initial. I've known them for a number of years because I talked to them when I was at Amex. They had some challenges. They had bankruptcy challenges, et cetera. So we just hadn't had them on our initial list because of that. But I think we might, they're always reaching out. Like, I don't know, we might talk to them, but I haven't had, like, in-depth with them for a while.
Understood. Okay. Okay, so those are the key players that you evaluated. You mentioned, I think in the GLG response that you're a customer of Secure and iOvation, and then you're still evaluating vendors for document capture. As you think about document capture, just to make sure that I'm understanding things definitionally, document capture would be one part of the workflow in verifying someone's identity to open a transaction, for instance, capturing their driver's license and verifying that it's authentic. Is that what that use case is?
That's one of them. Yeah. So an example would be, hey, we can't approve you based on the information you've provided to us. So we bump you out to a process where we get your ID, we verify it. Okay, that's one piece. But document capture also plays into if I'm a lender and I want to capture documentation before I approve a loan, such as proof of income or your tax return or anything, pay stubs, anything like that, then I might use document capture there. And then another use case you might see is related to verification of identity might be address verification, right? And so also if a customer needs to change their address, then they have to submit like a utility bill or something like that so you can change their address. Yep. And so, you use it for that stuff as well. So basically these are all related to sort of identity or income verification and ways to securely capture images of documents.
Okay. And when your team is verifying customer IDs, and so let's say it's a driver's license, for example, to what degree is speed important in verifying those IDs? I guess being very, very, very specific, am I as I'm opening an account on your platform? Behind this, am I uploading an ID at the beginning of a process of data entry, and then hopefully by the end I get end of screen 5 or screen 6, the system has kind of algorithmically verified my ID in the background and can instantly approve me, or does it work differently than that?
Well, so where in the process you ask for the ID, that can vary, right? You can choose to, I've seen different players do it differently. Like, so you can say, hey, tick